Monster
It
Energy.
continues with Europe.
It goes right after.
Right after.
Look at the ban.
Look at that.
They banned the
It's
Underlord.
you got to. I think
Yeah.
if you want to run, if you want to have a chance of getting the Lycan through, but I think Lycan's going to get banned.
Turn to ban.
If Underlord's banned, surely your intentions are pretty clear.
I'd imagine so.
You ban that Lycan.
Do they do it?
So
Do
I
they ban Chen?
Do the ban Naga?
Lycan gets banned by
Where's
Tigers.
the Lycan ban?
That's
Well, who had
Predator-
first pick?
Tigers had
Tigers
first
had
pick.
first
Tigers
pick.
did have first pick.
So
okay.
is there going to be a Naga ban?
Do they take out the Naga here?
Is the question.
Predator.
They banned the Beastmaster.
Beast was ignored last
Oh,
game.
it was last game, wasn't it?
Yeah. And the first game, I believe they banned Clockwork instead, but
Yeah.
I think Zephyr had an okay game, but I think he gave up some very crucial deaths. I thought like he got the Bloodseeker back. He gave Bloodseeker 2 crucial kills to get back to that Radiance timing.
No, he didn't have the best of time. It was a tough
Yeah,
game
it's a tough
for
game.
Pop.
Tough game.
A lot of weight was on him to control that Seeker, as they didn't really have the team around him to offer lockdown as well.
So it is Mirana banned, means
Mirana.
Naga still in the pool.
Who's gonna get it? Naga Jakiro, let's go.
Surely if you're going to get one of the two, you're not going to get both.
Naga Jakiro or Naga Disruptor then for whatever team gets Naga, right?
I think they'll just take the Wind Ranger. Why we don't like the Wind Ranger anymore?
Tusk!
Oh,
That comes back from the first series.
that was yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a good game with it, didn't they?
Don't you just take Naga Jakiro here for Predator?
Wait, was it Tigers who played Tusk in the first series?
It was
I thought it
Tigers,
was-
but Entity's the one that started the first. They played Tusk every game, and then
Okay.
Tigers took
Tigers
it from
did.
them
It's been a long day.
afterwards. It has been a relatively long day.
10 seconds
So I'm
remaining.
pretty sure they're going to pick the Naga first pick. Tusk is one of those heroes that you can disrupt the combo.
5 seconds
If you have a Blink
remaining.
Dagger, let's say, and you're not in the midst of the fights, you blink, you snowball, you help your buddies. But if you get netted, then you can't snowball it. So you need the Blink Dagger usually to make sure that you can bail them out.
TNC's turn to
So there's the Naga. What's it going to be? Naga Jakiro, Naga Disruptor.
Jakiro, surely. That's the favoured one, isn't it? From
It has
TNC
Naga
Labs
Disruptor feels more CIS Europe
Yeah.
and China.
and China. But
China likes it
Naga Jakiro, I would say for more Southeast Asia.
Or maybe they pick something else and they force them to ban
10
in the 5th,
seconds
6th,
remaining.
either that. Disruptor or Jakiro. I think his Tigers might just
5
pick the Jakiro
seconds
second. I
remaining.
think you might just want to take
Radiant
Jakiro.
team pick.
Beastmaster.
There's your beast.
They get the Beast. That's the Sam H.
Then the Jakiro for Tigers.
If they choose to want that, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be an option. This
You don't think
Naga,
they'll just take the clock again?
not with Tusk, I
Not with
wouldn't think
Tusk.
so.
Okay.
Naga
But they just take the Shaman again.
Beast. They could take
They
the
love the
I
Shaman.
do really like it.
They love the Shaman.
This region seems to
10
really like it. Because I saw
seconds
Entity
remaining.
opening with Tusk Shaman in a lot of their games.
Oh, Death Prophet.
They really
Oh,
like
they
their
pick a
Death
little
Prophet
early.
as well.
Do.
I mean, I think you're picking that because you know that Predator are going to take it with the Beastmaster if you don't pick it here or ban it.
Yeah.
It's a good kill lane.
TNC's
Tusk, Death Prophet. You can
turn
put a
to
lot of pressure out.
Enigma ban?
Well, banning any
Because they have
sort
the
of...
Naga. It's still like...
Yeah,
what
I
if they
mean,
run, like-
true, but are they
That
really
is a
gonna,
little
Are they going to
weird.
pick Enigma with Beastmaster?
That is a little weird.
That
is
is-
very true. That's a good call.
yeah.
I mean, it's a little strange. I
That's
guess maybe you're just
that's
really
a
scared.
little strange.
This has to be some type of scrim stuff that comes.
Maybe
into
that,
play,
yeah,
right?
because
Yeah.
we have seen Beastmasters go mid sometimes. So maybe
10
that's what
seconds
they thought
remaining.
could happen if they wanted to draft Enigma as well as Beastmaster. But
So they
5
have the
seconds
Tusk to
remaining.
save people from the Beastmaster roar. That could be pretty good. This lane though is very, very pressuring. The Beastmaster Naga, not only of course the damage amplification from axes, but you get amplified even more from Riptide since you're all physical coming
yeah.
out of that lane. It's
Why
actually
is
very scary.
why is Skyrath not in the whole picture today?
TNC's turn to pick.
Seems like people are starting to get a little bit away from it.
Why?
I don't know. Just seems like maybe they think that they figured it out. I think the hero still seems super strong in most situations.
yeah, the hero is definitely still good. I don't know, maybe these SEA sides just, they don't favour it.
I've seen the Wind Ranger start to fall out of favor in some regions too, but
Yeah.
also sometimes it ends up being like sometimes a Wind Ranger is still first 2 pick.
Yeah.
So
10 seconds remaining.
just goes
Radiant
from team to team and
pick.
what kind of playstyle they want to do.
But there they
There
take
you
it.
go.
There you go.
There you go, there you go.
Alright.
Kashiv, they do have it.
Excellent.
They do
So
like.
Beastmaster Sky, very threatening combo to get kills. Very good dual lane as well.
What you gonna get with the Death Prophet Tusk? You don't think they'll do the Razor again?
I don't want to see Razor
No.
again. I think that was specifically because there was a life stealer, and even
Because
then,
they're not got a bad lineup
They're
for the
still
Razor.
kinda weak.
It is a good game for the Razor, but you just don't like Razor as a hero at the moment.
I think the hero's a little bit weak.
Oh, it's been banned out like
It made
every
it
game.
through.
Every game.
It through.
Every game that gets banned out in the second phase. This time around, Tigers get it.
It's really good against Skyrath. Like,
Yeah.
if you were trying to pick a Skyrath, surely you ban a Silencer.
Because now you keep reapplying your Arcane Curse on
Yeah.
yourself. Even in the laning phase too, it can be a little annoying if you're trying to spam spells with Beastmaster Sky.
Yeah.
You get an Arcane Curse thrown on you. You don't really want to, but oh,
Nice Bloodseeker,
they do it
though.
again. It's versus Death Prophet again.
So this is a support Silencer, right?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. It's 1437.
Yeah.
This is bread and butter.
They
It's
have
the one he loves.
Skyrath plus Bloodseeker. The Skyrath actually puts on a... Skyrath nukes people down low. Bloodseeker gets Thirst in laning phase.
Yeah,
Oy.
it is really good.
As long as they don't keep
10
killing them... As long as they don't kill themselves on Arcane Curse.
Sure. Because there is a lot of spamming.
Yeah, they're going to be
5
spamming a
seconds
lot.
remaining.
What do we get this? What's this silence going to back up then? TNC. They are going to slip in the Omni Knight as well. So
Sustain.
Sustain protection.
I mean, you're still gonna get ruptured.
what do they
but-
grab? What do they
Still going to
grab?
get ruptured at pure
Who
damage.
doesn't care about being ruptured? There's a big old core
I mean,
for
Death Prophet really cares.
yeah.
Omni kind of cares as well versus Bloodseeker. Not
Yeah.
about rupture, but about walking into the Bloodright area, right?
No, sure, yeah, because you want to get in
Pretty
close range
tough
for your
as an
spells.
Omni to
5
protect people. If you just throw Bloodright on top of the focus target,
Yeah.
then Omni's like, uh-oh, you need to probably get a
I mean,
mobility item.
he's going to build Greaves, isn't he? This game, he's against a Skyrath and the Bloodseeker.
He has
yeah,
to.
he's going to have to build
You gotta
something
get
like
Greaves.
that. I think some mobility or Greaves. And oh, they banned the meatball.
They
Not
banned
I
letting
mean,
them.
just in case. Would it have been a good game for them? It would have been
It
pretty
would have been
good.
pretty good. They lack AoE. They have like.
I mean,
single target
there is a
focus.
yeah, Meepo actually poos on
But
Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker, the thirst.
Sure, I was thinking,
The
but then
thirst.
it's
but-
the thirst in theory is like but then you are a Bloodseeker against a Meepo. If Meepo gets one Earthbind on you, you die.
10
Yeah,
seconds
and Blade Mail
remaining.
doesn't really do too well versus.
No,
Meatball.
no.
Do you think that was what Tigers was planning?
I mean, you never know for sure, but there was always a chance.
Probably
because
probably a
they're
chance.
taking their time here.
It would not have
never
been.
mind.
It would not have been
They don't.
terrible. It would not have been terrible.
TNC's turn to
Look at the
They
PL,
go for the
the
PL.
safety one, the comfort hero.
And I say they're taking their time here, but they really didn't. They have
They-
still
they
got
still have
over 2 minutes
Over
left in their bonus
They're
time.
pretty quick. Not the. I mean, Omni's mostly going to be repelling the Death Prophet then.
What's Raven gonna play? Does he want to? What have we got? Something that's gonna lane decently
10
against an
seconds
Omni or
remaining.
whatever gets thrown his way. Something that doesn't care about a silencer.
So you just go
5
life
seconds.
stealer again?
Uh,
You can just do the Life Stealer build, right?
They could.
What are the Raven heroes?
Do you need to have more things that deal with illusions, or are you okay at the moment? as
Could he
your
not?
Predator?
I mean, could
They
he?
don't have great things to do with if the illusions get tanky.
What can you do against that Omni? Oh, it's a tough pick. It's a tough pick, that's for sure.
How greedy can they get? Can they go for a late game?
I don't know if
Carry?
they want to. They're usually pretty fast-paced team. Maybe they can do that
I
monkey.
mean, the
King.
Omni Knight just is. Well,
Did they
the
play it
Omni's
even?
so
I don't know if they
annoying.
play it.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do that.
I don't know if they play it. We're looking at heroes.
Like all these
We're
silence, like so annoying. All these heroes you think about playing against the silencer is just so.
I think Lifestealer looks pretty good. They've got the control with the tusk and stuff and the damage he's going through, but I mean, Raven Lifestealer is always something I look at, and it's very scary.
Medusa.
I don't know if they'd play it again though. Come on, Raven.
Too slow.
Mm,
Maybe.
Lone Druid doesn't sound terrible.
They already have the
Well.
Bloodseeker that's going to build the Radiance, though, right? Yeah, you're right. That's the only thing that puts me off of some of this stuff.
Razor.
They take the Razor themselves.
Okay.
So that's gonna. I mean, that's to put pressure.
mean-
That's to win the lane. I think that's the biggest thing that they're looking for here. But I'm not crazy about the hero, but I love this Bloodseeker.
I don't know, man. Every time 1437 silence has been banned out, he gets it in this
There
game.
has to be a reason why I
gets
was
it in this
banned.
game.
Let's see what he can do. He can disrupt
Yeah.
a lot of the like roar into Skyrath ulti combos and deal with lane
All right.
pressure.
All right.
We'll
Get upstairs. One more game. Southeast Asia already has Fnatic making it to TI8. Is it going to be TNC Tigers or TNC Predators Predator. It's one Predator or multiple Tigers. Who is going to go to Vancouver? That is the question that's going to get answered in the game to come. It is
10
Owen and
seconds
Fog that will
remaining.
bring you all the action, and it should be a nail biter,
5 seconds
regardless of
remaining.
how it goes. Enjoy.
Hello, are we live?
Are we live?
We're live. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 3, the deciding and final match of the Southeast Asia Regional Qualifiers for TI8. TNC Tigers versus TNC Predator. One of them will make it, and one of them will be sent home. End of the road for them and their TI8 hopes and dreams. As we have got quite the matchup indeed. Some signature heroes. The big one from, of course, Tigers being the fact that 1437 gets this silence. So we've seen this pretty much banned out, I want to say, every game today against Tigers. They get it this time around. And Predator, they've got their Armel Bloodseeker. They've got their Raven Razor. And their Sam HP. A lot of things to be worried about if you're against that too.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Never mind. I clicked on Cuckoo for a second.
Oh,
I was like, Cuckoo's going mid. He's got mid items. This guy,
He has got mid items.
He's just got. They're just looking to pull him as much as possible. Just keep. They're just trying to pressure and
Mid
enable
Skyrock.
Armel. It looked funny. I was like, wait, Cuckoo's back. He's back, baby.
I think it's someone forgot to tell him he's not playing mid anymore.
Oh, they stand on high ground.
Oh.
They're reading the move.
They're ready to
Tigers.
fight. That five-man walks in and Zephyr.
What?
The shards!
Wait, what?
The shards save his buttocks.
What? Yeah, me too, Armel. We need a
sharp
JJ
push.
replay.
We got to get the JJ replay
That was
on that.
5-man Axes, I think 4 or 5-man Riptide.
And then the shards.
Tigers was going to get absolutely decimated in that situation. And the shards actually get...
I was
It
the
looked like it
most
pushed 3 people.
perfect shards I've ever seen.
But now,
And may
Predator.
still get something.
they're looking to get something else. They
And
smoke,
they're not going to get something.
but they can't.
Right, where's this replay out then? Let's check this out. What we got?
That was...
Those shards, pixel perfect.
I want to see if... I think it was
Has
5-man
to be.
Axes and 5-man Riptide. That was just the dream for Predator. I can't believe those shards
Like,
pushed them out
those
perfectly.
shards.
Let me see.
The 4-man Riptide.
4-man Riptide, but shards...
The shards.
Okay.
Jeez.
Beautiful.
Zeph.
So 2 for 2 bounty runes it looks like we're getting. And what lane matchups are they wanted? They want Razor to be versus the Omni Knight, of course, and they want that
Yep.
Beastmaster and Skywrath to be pressuring the PL. So they're going to try to get that matchup. Sam H sitting there waiting until they find out the lanes. He's staying on the high ground just waiting. Armel wins the block in mid again. He won the block last time too. So we'll be able to get that advantage on the last hits at the start. And they've got the lanes they want.
Here we go.
This will ensure that the PL in your dream doesn't get pressured as hard because he's in a tri-lane up top rather than a like dual lane down bottom versus a Skywrath Beastmaster, which is, I mean, that's Skywrath Beastmaster's favorite. But it's going to be, I mean, I'm looking at this mid matchup again, and
Radiant structure.
I feel like we're going to have some similarity come out, at least in that one. The Bloodseeker
yeah.
versus Death Prophet.
And no doubt about it, Armel should find quite the advantage here in this 1v1.
Top Tigers has some pretty good kill threat, though.
Yeah,
Cuckoo.
already. Cuckoo, he's in
Oh.
trouble. He's blocked up. He's taken down. Bam.
Int
Bam.
gained. You see what he tried to do? He tried to place his branch and push himself out of the shards.
Does
I'm
that-
almost
I don't
positive
think
he
you
tried
could-
to do it.
I don't think you can do that, though.
But I think he tried it.
I don't. Or was it? I mean, he did. I don't know. He tangoed it pretty quickly.
He did tango quick. It looked like he
But
tried
he
it
might have-
initially. I don't know.
sure. I mean, I guess it would work.
It
I
should
don't
work.
think it would work if you get the tree down after the shards, but if you get the tree down and then the shards come down after, because I don't know if can you really push yourself out with the tree placement. I don't think you, because you surely won't let you place a tree on where you're actually standing. Just,
I've seen weirder.
I mean, maybe you never know. Maybe it's possible. It would be very hard to do.
It would be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Either way, he does die. They get the 2 int on the silencer.
All right.
But, I mean, it's actually worse in the mid lane. Much worse than last time. 12
Oh.
and 11. Oh, he missed. Sorry. 14 and 10. I thought he was going for a deny. He just gets the last hit.
This is pretty rough indeed for 458.
Yeah. Cuckoo again.
Oh, we got a CS. And indeed, they get a kill. A second kill onto Cuckoo.
Securing their PL's farm.
Securing their silencer int.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure, this mid lane is... It's going to be a slow start for 4-5-8, as expected. But as you say, certainly a little rougher this time. 20-11 against 6-4-0.
Is Beastmaster getting any farm? Oh, career. That was scary.
Yeah, they nearly lost that there. On top,
Sam H.
they do have the shards and the snowball. A good amount of control. It's going to be another +2.
He's got stick charges,
Indeed.
but he is low. That means Armel is happy. 100 base damage on Bloodseeker in mid. But they are, I mean, Beastmaster's not really getting any farm up here. And they're racking up that in. +6. That being said, Raven is free farming down bottom versus that Omni Knight. But Omni, since he's in his safe lane, can get something.
Not another
again.
+2. Oh,
The shards again.
now these shards from Zephyr have been absolutely perfect. Each and every time. He will pay with his life. Maybe the Fairy Fire. Oh,
4 HP.
oh, he's going to live. No.
No, he's not.
The axes are there. Sam H gets him. But not bad for Silence. You know,
This allows Armel to... Oh,
Oh.
okay. He was considering diving.
That was close.
Whenever they get these people low, this is going to allow Armel to just keep the... Dude, he's almost level 6. He's halfway to 6, and this is just about to be level 4 Death Prophet.
Well, that's yeah. It's a tough one for 4-5-8.
It's a trade-off, right? You're like, we need to make sure that our PL has a great time. 4-5-8, you're tanking it, man.
I mean, it really does feel like this Bloodseeker's just having too much of a good time. Like, sure, as you say, like the trade-off, it doesn't seem even. Like, you would much rather prefer to have this Bloodseeker doing as good as he is, rather than having this top lane. Because sure, it's nice. The Silence is getting some intellect. That ain't gonna save you when this blood-hungry lad just runs at you.
Yeah.
That's gonna have very early item timings.
And Cuckoo gets an Arcane Rune and makes 4-5-8's life even more miserable as he gets sewn off from the wave. And yeah, Armel is level 6 versus a level 4 Death Prophet.
That's a 2-level difference for those out there that struggle.
Very nice, Owen. Very nice. Cuckoo being chased. Again, the Arcane Curse comes out, but Armel is here this time.
Oh, deny yourself to Roche. Okay.
He's dodging the blood right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Buying time.
Keep to Roche. Oh, he didn't do it. Let's Armel get the kill. Down bottom. Okay. TP's himself out away from Raven.
TP's to the shrine. Good efficiency.
But
who got the runes?
Yeah, this mid. Oh, who did this?
3
Check it
for
out.
Tigers, 1 for...
Okay. But this mid lane and this bottom lane looking pretty damn hot for Predator.
Yep, looks like a big 2-lane win
Yep.
for Predator and a 1 lane that's getting pretty shut down. I mean, Sam H isn't really last hitting up here at all.
Yeah, it's working out how Tiger's playing on this lane. In your dreams getting farmed.
Yeah.
Look for the target. Cuckoo getting run down. They're looking for that +2.
The int.
They got it. More in to boot for Mr. 1437. It may cost them the PL's life. As
Oh.
TP's coming on. Oh,
They don't know. They don't know which one it is.
Don't breathe.
Now they do.
Okay. They got him. They do find him with that rotation from arm out.
I mean, 1437's got 10 in,
He's got 10 in.
but this Omni and Death Prophet, they are suffering.
10 in it's like 1,000 gold.
This is true. How much? I wish you could see how much people have lost. I mean, Cuckoo's lost 8.
Cuckoo's
we know
lost
that.
8 and Sam H has lost 2.
Okay, well that was easy.
I believe.
That was easy.
I may have just made that up, but it sounds correct.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see. Why they want to head next? Bottom. Cuckoo on the prowl.
There's no repel levels.
Should be...
High link.
Should be fine. They don't want to dive. Top lane. Oh, no. Not another +2.
It is.
They got it. Oh. 1437. 12 in.
Smart man.
At 7 minutes in. I mean...
Can they make
it's
anything
getting
of that
pretty
int
rough.
though? Because they are getting heavily punished on the sides.
Rush E-Blade and that int translates to damage. That's the way you got to go. And we'll see what he does do, because he's probably not going to rush E-Blade.
Miracle just flamed me, by the way.
Me?
No, me.
Oh, good.
You cannot do Iron Branch to push yourself out of shards.
Yes, see, I was right. I have the same intelligence on the game of Dota as Miracle. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here as confirmed by Amir himself. Thank you, Miracle, for backing me up.
Thank you,
Appreciate that.
I've seen weirder, though.
We all have seen very, very strange things go on in the world of Dota 2.
Mm-hmm.
Could never quite be sure what could happen.
I've seen people push themselves on cliffs with iron branches, so.
No.
Is
that possible? I'm gonna need a Miracle fact check on that one. Mid lane, snowball out onto arm out. In they go. They got him trapped in the shards. Bam! That's another +2.
The bait.
They're gonna get another +2.
Is he in range?
Oh,
he
get
wants
in range.
it.
Oh, he wasn't in range.
He wasn't in range.
He wasn't in range. Oh, we're gonna have to remake.
Nope.
Nope. Didn't get the int.
Punching back, though. Kills that they desperately need to get. Who got it, though? Zephyr did. Not the Death Prophet. 458 really wants to get those. It happens. Raven now. Pushing KYXY out of the lane. And yeah, I've seen people like the remember the Veno Ward jungle thing where you push yourself onto the hill? I think they might have changed it.
I remember
do the
when
Veno wards and then
you
you
used
ward.
to push Roche up
Iron
on the
Branch.
cliff, couldn't you?
You could do a lot of weird things.
What was
yes.
that? Was that with the cogs or with
You
the
could do it with
sprout?
Clockwork Cogs and Sprout.
You can't do it anymore, though.
I don't think you can do it
You
anymore.
can't push him over. I mean, secretly, Miracle's watching, going, "Oh yes, you can. You'll win."
He's just telling us that, so we say
until
it.
TI,
Nah, he's just saying it,
Liquid
so
going to
we
be
say it.
shoving Roche all over the place.
He's like, got him to say it. Now we know that we can iron,
Actually, yeah, can we trust? I don't think we can trust Miracle.
He could be lying.
He was like, "My goodness, they're onto us. They know the secret. Push yourself out of shards, strap with the GG branch.
Don't trust this
We
man.
better send them a message saying it doesn't work. So
I believe
people
him.
don't start using
I doubted myself when I said it anyway. I believe the
I'm
man.
on to you, Miracle. Mid lane.
First exorcism. It will be set up nicely for this tower. Great recovery coming out for Death Prophet. Armel, sure, farming very good, but when they're able to group up and actually go for tower pressure,
And yeah, look how
That's the
well in your
benefit.
dreams doing off the back of this. This PL.
they want to
He's
fight
top.
this though. Raven as well as Cuckoo, they're smoking over.
This is down onto him. We've got the Zephyr touch from the side, looking for an opportunity to open up. Raven, indeed, with the wrap around, looking to go straight away. They've got the snowball coming across. It's not going to be enough to save 458 shortly, and indeed it isn't. 458 will fall. Can Tigers get kills in response? Sam H very low at the moment as In Your Dream looks to charge forward. They have the GA as well. Look at the Spirit Lance, pick up a double kill. He's moving in as well, chasing onto Armel. Armel still has the Arcane Curse upon him. So does Raven. As In Your Dream, he wants more, and he may just get it. Spirit Lance out to them. Armel, that curse is going to tick for quite some time. We'll see if Armel is able to keep himself alive as he runs away. Timms chases towards 1437, has the net, has the control. He'll get cut down as Armel ready to come back in. Zoom. He'll get 1437 with the blood right.
Zoom.
Zoom.
I like that. He really did just
What?
zoom right by as the blood
did.
rate's popping. It looks really
It was
funny.
a drive-by. It's fantastic from Armel as he's 2-1-3.
Bounty
Didn't
runes.
die to the Arcane Curse. Does have to be careful, when he's spamming out these blood rages in the fights and it's
Yep.
on him.
He actually blood raged himself as he was still being hit too. It looked a little scary for a moment. But they defend the tower. And they do get that 458 kill.
And is he still on 14 intellect, 1437? Did he steal any more? Yeah, he got up to
16.
16.
He's up to 16.
He's
Stone
got-
Phase Boots as well.
And, he is. That right-clicking silencer. I mean, yeah, he certainly punches once he has the glaives on. At the moment, obviously no points in them yet. But when he does,
Dire's middle tower
it's going to be turning those brains into brawn. And smoke up
Nicely
now
done.
from Predator. 1437. Oh, there.
Goodbye.
He might stand a chance here. No, he didn't. K gets out, though. He will
Dire's
survive.
top tower is under attack. Dire's
Out of that, Tigers gets himself top tower, and they're going to get mid tower.
He's nearly got. He's getting close to his defusal as well in your dream.
Seems like
So-
a pretty good trade coming out for Tigers. Even though they lose their silencer and they're going to lose bottom tower, they're getting 2 out of it.
Sam H.
But mid, they actually are bringing in several heroes from Predator to make sure they don't lose that one. So now, kind of counteracts it a bit here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Just less than a 1k lead at the moment for Tigers. Very close between these two teams. Mid lane, they will get back in. They'll finish off the tower. There goes the way of In Your Dream.
Dire's middle tower
6, 1, and 4 on In Your Dream. He is all part of all 10 of their kills.
Yeah, the
Blast hits are
PL.
a little suffering because of it, but he's
Sure.
moving around a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, he's sitting comfortably at the top of the net worth. And top lane Tim's. Was a history on Zephyr. Look for the connection with the shards. Won't quite find him. So
He's
Tim's.
got Song.
They're hunting him with the shards. The snowball to dodge the song, meaning that they'll still get the stun. Tim's, can he still make his way out in time, though? That's the question. He's back behind the tier 2 tower, but the curse will connect upon him. Gets the mirror image out to remove such, and In Your Dream is there, though. He's there with the chase down. Shards, not going to cheer up in this time. Tim's will be able to get himself back to safety. They pop the ghost. So 458 will look to stand his ground and try and take this tier 2 tower.
They pop a early glyph, too, to keep their creep wave alive as well.
See if TNC can do anything to stop this push from Tigers.
Having some even trades coming out, though. Raven's also pushing down the tier 2 bottom at the similar pace.
And
So there will be a trade again.
He's going to get away with it. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, TPM from Silencer.
Almost a trade.
They're TPing into the shrine. They may have a good shot at killing him if Raven doesn't get himself straight out the shards.
He's fast. He's got phase drum.
He is speedy indeed, and he does still have Armel by his side. So Raven will be fine. Doesn't quite finish off the tier 2 tower, but he'll be sure to come back to clean that up pretty soon, as it does sit very low on the bottom lane.
Looks like they're waiting for them to separate a bit more here. Raven as well of Armel setting up a gank. Zephyr is aware of this, though. He seems to know because that ward that they have on the bottom right as well.
Get that D ward there.
They're going to get D ward, and they know that Raven was sitting around the area, too, because the vision they had. Raven
Just going straight for the TP out. Do they have anything to stop it? They do not. Raven is away. Now, that's certainly one thing to bear in mind. Only the Tusk that can stop TPs this game.
Yep. Until they... I mean, Yule's Death Profits very soon, too.
Sure. Yeah. That's yours. Indeed done. 2600 on Armel on his way to the Relic. And 1437 on the warding mission. Heads out, get a couple of wards down over this sort of farming area of the map. And they found Cuckoo. That should be an easy +2.
This is a scary time for the Phantom Lancer. Right now, PL has to just keep this aggression on because this is his peak timing when he's got this Diffusal Blade. Him and the Exorcism are their 2 big damage outputs
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
in these upcoming fights for TNC Tigers. Almost a mech on KYXY. Coming pretty good. Sam H is a lot more limited as the Beastmaster this time. Similar net worth, but he got punished a little bit more in the laning phase than the Omni.
Bottom, Cuckoo trying to go for an attempt onto Zephyr there with the Mystic
Raven.
Flare. There's enough damage indeed in the jungle. Raven's been found out. Silence chased down as they're ready for the kill, and they'll take it. More int for the Silencer. 1437's knowledge extends.
This is exactly what Tigers should be doing. Just keep playing aggressively. Use this PL at his big peak that they've got right now. And just, keep making the moves till that Bloodseeker has Radiance. They want to slow that down as much as possible. So once we see TNC Predators get their Radiance finished up, that's when we'll see them start smoking and looking for the fights. They're going to get their strength.
Yeah, that really is going to make a large difference against Tigers in team fights. So that, having the Radiance Bloodseeker, they're just able to sort of get 1437 out of the fight.
Yeah, it'll get 1407 out of the fight, and they'll be able to know which one the real PL is, limit his damage as well from that evasion. Now the tier 2 bottom will finally drop. Raven securing that last hit. Smoke coming out from Tigers. Are they going to be able to catch one of the cores here? Looks like they'll just settle.
Oh, Cuckoo. He's having a rough one in terms of his int. He's, I think at least 6 of those 8 deaths have involved him losing int to the Silencer.
He has 8 deaths.
Yep, it's rough.
Holy moly.
I guess his mana pool is still pretty fine because he's Sky.
Sure.
He's still got 800.
But he's down to 29 base in. That's pretty low. Meanwhile, 1437 is up to 67 base in.
67 in.
Not so bad. Relic is done on Armel if he chooses to buy it. Getting close to that Radiance. Sam H will be going for the Shadow Blade build as we've been seeing. You know, just wanting to be able to look for those pickoffs. We've seen this build so much. It's like either you go Medallion Shadow Blade or you go the Book 3 if you've got some type of push lineup that'll benefit into going for Roshans early on. This is all about just finding people split up around the map.
Zephyr. Level 6, level 10, level 11 now in 458. And In Your Dream still farming away. Quite a treat. As he keeps himself ahead of Armel.
So this one, we've said this for the last couple games, but this one should be closer with what we've got going on right now. The PL kind of staying a good amount ahead of the Bloodseeker, Death Prophet, and Razor, similar. Beastmaster, Omni, pretty similar in net worth too. Going to be a lot based on these decision makings and probably some Roshan fights. The Death Prophet, both sides have their own ways of taking Rosh. I think actually Predator might have a little bit better if they actually are all in the pit. I mean, Death Prophet ulti always kind of does like the most ridiculous amount of damage, but Beastmaster with the Medallion plus Blood Rage does allow him to take Rosh pretty fast on the Dire side as well.
On the high ground. 40-37. I know that there was a ward there, but at the same time that ward is just about to expire.
Radiance is done now for Armel. This is probably what we'll see TNC Predator smoke and look to meet up with their Razor down bottom. I think Raven doesn't quite have the BKB yet, so they want to make a play around the Razor to protect him. They're actually going to bring the Razor as well. Okay.
Alright, going in as 5. That wall would have spotted that out, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what's up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The question if the Tigers want to try and find themselves in a position to strike back, knowing that the smoke is inbound.
You see 1437's waiting for the situation to pop the global to try to counteract the aggression. They might be able to find PL here,
They
though.
are
Let's see.
They're kind of split up at the moment,
They
Tigers.
send the boar. They see the tusk.
Zephyr will get slowed down. Let's go towards him. Bloodbright is down. He's got a snowball. He won't even get the chance to use the roots there.
He tanks the gank.
Yeah, everyone else gets out.
Yeah. They had like 2 kind of traps set up, so they would either kill the supports or 1437 just they pop global and they can either like TP out or disengage somehow. So the Tusk eats that one. And now they know, I mean, they already probably did, but they know the Radiance is for sure out.
We have nearly got the... well, how's the Greaves looking on the Omni Knight?
He's pretty close. He's got the Mech and Arcanes. Close to Recipe as well. Bounties are coming out.
Radiant's top tower is
It will be
under
3 for the side of Tigers. I think they've claimed the majority of bounty runes this game too. And that will be almost a Manta style finish on PL. That's going to give him a lot more freedom in the fights because it still can be a little scary playing PL versus Skywrath and versus Bloodseeker. You get clipped by a silence. You know, it can be very scary. But now with Manta, it just gives you a little bit safer. Raven's BKB looks to be the next timing for a smoke or for an aggressive play from Predator. They've got wards in, contesting the Roche. That's the thing we were talking about, right? It's, they even placed it right outside the pit. It's not the most normal ward that we're used to seeing, but it's one that probably won't get dewarded since it is literally at the mouth of the Roshan pit instead of in those usual spots. It's starting to get pinged out. 1437, he's like, the Razor's down bottom. Make sure to secure the area around the Roche pit. And they might look to actually just go in. Let's see.
Well, they've got the Ghost, and with that would be a decent pace to taking it. And there we have it.
Spotted immediately, though, by the ward.
Can TNC Predator do something about this? Tigers fully into the pit. They do have the song.
They've got a medallion of their own to speed it up. The Naga is there. They've got to watch out for the sleep.
It's falling kind of quickly, Tim's. He's got to get over it soon, but the sharp block. It's going to come out from the side. It doesn't matter. He's able to walk round. Roshan incredibly low. Can he do anything to steal it? He cannot. As Tigers take the Roche, get the Aegis onto 458, and now look for the fight as Tim's will fall. TNC could not get into the pit.
Very nice shards. They see the Naga in position. They even throw the preemptive repel. So the Death Prophet's not song.
Well, now In Your Dream, he's looking for action, but he's going to get roared. He did not have the Aegis. 458 was the one with the Aegis. In Your Dream went in a little too far. Buybacks now going to be coming out from Cuckoo as he knows that there's chance for more out of this one. K will TP out straight away off the back of repel. But in your dream, getting a little too trigger happy after what could have been an easy take Rose, take Aegis, and back off. Sure, he got in, he got the kill on Cuckoo and such, but it cost him his life.
And now they're going to lose their tier 1 too. That was very over-aggressive by the people. I thought he had Aegis.
I was going to say, I don't know if maybe he thought he had the Aegis.
I mean, there's no way.
No.
Because, I mean, they were slept while the Death Prophet grabbed it during a
Yeah.
pal. That was just a little overzealous. Just gets caught off guard.
Yeah, losing a bit of the momentum that they potentially could have. I mean, obviously they do still have the Aegis and such, and they will still have the timing to make a play off the back of it, but Predator, at least for themselves, able to shut down a bit of what Tigers tried to get going a little too abruptly.
Yeah, Cuckoo gets an aggressive ward down. Scouts out the movement on the shrine as well. Probably may even saved Sam H. Who knows? Very costly for them. Yeah, sure, they get the Rosh and everything, but right after that, losing their PL, who was on quite a surge forward in this game.
And we'll see this again. As
We see the
it looked like Predator might have been able to get towards it, but they sort of backed off.
Well, it was the shards kind of cut them up, and
But Tim's you can walk around those shards. You know what I mean? Like, he walks through.
global, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I
walk
guess,
in.
yeah.
The repel comes out too, and the repel was super clutch to make sure DP's not slept. Raven has the BKB finished. Zephyr.
The shot, they got the punch slow as well through. Raven goes straight for the TPI. He's going to make it in time. He is!
Is under attack.
Oh my god, he had like 50 HP or something. One more hit.
Very heads up play there from Raven. After that BKB and the punch was used, knowing that he just had to TP out and nothing would be there to stop him.
Jeez, that was super close.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still, Tigers, and they're pushing on the mid.
They know it's in the real one. They're pinging it right now. Sam H has invised up. You see though, this Tusk Zephyr has the Blink Dagger finish, so he's ready to go for those counter initiations if one of their big cores get roared.
Yeah, those saves are going to be huge against the Blood Right, Rupture, Raw. So they really have to
Is under attack.
find some way of disabling that Tusk Predator. Otherwise, Zephyr will be there with a save pretty much every time.
They seem a bit afraid to take the fight. They're very close to Armel's BKB. They want that ideally before it does happen, but Tigers, they're looking to breach with this Aegis still.
There we go. Goes out. 458. Losing up. Tier 3 at half health. And the Predators do to push this off. They get the silence, they get the control. 458 repel. Breathes, pop. 458 fine now. He's back in. Looking towards that tier 3. He's got the blink. The blink dodges the blood right.
They're trying to disengage smoke. They're trying to catch something here on the side of Predator.
Maybe they get 1437. Sam H, can he close the gap? The sigil will be out. Then attempt to slow him down. And Zephyr, he'll tank the kill. He will, oh,
He gets
no, he
the
won't.
blink out.
The snowball into blink. He will not tank the kill because he'll get out as well. Tigers get everybody out to safety.
And that was the smoke used for them to try to get catch off of that. That was a great seize of opportunity coming in there from Tigers, knowing they still got Aegis. It looked like Predators waiting for some timing here, so they forced the issue. At least almost get the tower. They get like 1,400 damage on it. Sam H will stop canceling the axis, just try to catch the snowball, the blink beforehand, but unable to.
And we'll see this again, this close escape from Raven.
41
HP. Yeah.
On the mid, Raven steps forward a bit. Gonna get cursed, holding the BKB.
Jump in, 458. Let's get the Yules. The shards down as well. Cuckoo will be trapped up. Cuckoo will fall. Armel, they're ready to make the counterplay. The snowball will be there, keeping them safe from the blood right and rolling back to safety.
Armel gets completely oomed by those illusions from the PL, so he does have to back up. They don't want to fight when he's got no mana. And Cuckoo continues to be the sacrifice. 1 and 10 on the Skywrath. How much int does 1437 have now? 24. Okay. And that is a gem picked up.
Oh,
Nice and early on by Tigers.
It's nice and tidy little escape there from the Tusk. Snowball into the blink. Bam.
Bam.
Gets him out. Every time.
So now with this gem, Tigers looking to keep their map control. 4K advantage for them. Experience still going the way of TNC Predator, but it's very minimal. This gem will help them not allow Sam H to get that jump on them. He's been struggling a decent amount to get good roar targets, and now with versus a gem with the Shadow Blade, it should be harder.
He found the roll.
Comes
The
out.
bell was already out. The snowball's there as well. There's the reactive play. 458 comes in with the two-man silence. And now Predators have to back off. Ghosts have been popped for this, so 458 does want to fight, but Tim's, he's got the song. It's just a song to allow the rest of his team to disengage, keep themselves away from that exorcism usage, and make sure that this one is a wasted one from 458.
Tim's making the executive call to not go into the fight. Armel threw the rupture down, and Tim's like, no, don't take this fight. Wait for exorcism to be done, then they can look to take an engagement.
And your dream's getting very close to having that heart online.
Yeah, he's very far in this game. 15k net worth compared to the 13k of that Bloodseeker. Keeping a solid 2k lead. They forced everybody on the side of TNC Predator down bottom. They're starting to bail out. Oh, almost gets netted on the TP out from the Tusk. But all of Tigers will get away. And Predator just a bit too slow to find an opportunity again. They do seem to be, they seem to be struggling a bit. Like we see this Beastmaster Skywrath. One of the things we always talk about is like, you have the combo, right? The roar into the Mystic Flare. They actually haven't been able to get it off in any occasion. And we're already 30 minutes in. And now at this point, like they've got the blink, of course, we mentioned much earlier on the Tusk, so they've got the ways to save over and over again. And I'm pretty sure it's getting close to a BKB on Death Prophet on top of that repel that he's already had from the Omni Knight. So it's going to be really reliant on Armel as well as Raven and Tim's inside of these team fights and what control they can actually cause. Because Sam H and Kuko are really suffering to find those opportunities.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Those are the 2-1 center for free here. Tigers are unable to find the fight in time. Indeed, in your dream, just getting further and further ahead on this Phantom Lancer. Yeah, a fantastic lane up top, which we saw. They did decide that Tigers to put a lot of emphasis on making sure he had a good lane, mid lane, bottom lane. It wasn't a great start, but it's paid off as it's sort of getting to this stage of the game because they do have this incredibly comfortable Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, 3,000 health. And the AoE on the side of Predator is not really the greatest. They've got single target Beastmaster, single target Skywrath. Naga doesn't apply too much damage. It's really a lot on Bloodseeker. Like Razor, if you can link the right one, even if he doppels, if you're still in range, the link does follow the PL and whatnot, but your damage isn't really there to be taking out all these illusions in this incredibly tanky PL. I'll be looking a bit scary right now for Predator.
He's got the Blade Mail now. At least Star Map.
Yeah, it can work well versus Death Prophet, mostly.
And still, yeah, the PL is such an issue.
Yeah.
They need a couple more items on Predator to really have a solid chance of taking down in your dream in these fights.
Shivas will help a little bit. Raven actually has it finished up. They're initiating forward.
Yeah, they are. They're going with the snowball. Zephyr's gone right forward. The BKB comes out from Raven. The force is there in an attempt to get the Tusk back to safety. It'll work. They managed to force out a BKB charge from Raven.
They have to bail out the Tusk. He's got their gem. They don't want to lose that at this point in the game. They could lose a ton of map control there, and yeah, forcing that BKB. Sure, Raven's got Shivas, but 50 seconds till BKB's up. How long do we have for Roche? Roche is in 50 seconds. It's a little bit of a longer one. It's not super long, but it's
pretty much there.
Yeah, 40 seconds. So BKB will be up at the same time as that Roche spawns. Both teams will be ready to fight. Predator, they are very afraid. While this BKB is on cooldown for Raven, they are actually just sitting in their base. And Sam H, since they have that gem, does go back, get a Blink Dagger. I was thinking he might even sell the Shadow Blade, but that really hurts you, at least in value. But now he's got a way to actually start the fight, which he really was lacking on this beast. with the Shadow Blade versus Gem. And they find the PL. They saw him for a second. They don't know which one the real one is, though.
Can they hunt down the real one?
Oh,
It's
they're pinging
hard.
it. They're pinging it.
Oh, it's kind of clearing out. Sam H, does he want to go for this? He jumps in, goes for the easier target, gets the roar out onto the Tusk, but the Tusk is forced back to the side. Grease popped as well. They're back up to full, and now the jump in. Tigers are ready for the play, ready for the fight. They take down the Beastmaster, now looking to surround Raven. Raven's popped the BKB, but he's taking a lot of damage from the Exorcism. GA popped out as well, as they could just move on, Tigers. No fear at all. Armel's TP gets cancelled by the punch, as Predator lose 2. And Tigers, they can go straight back into the pit. The attempted initiation there from Sam. You see him jumping in. He knows he sort of has to go for the Tusk. Otherwise, whoever else he rules will get saved by the snowball. But the fact is, with the Greaves, with the forces in play, there's so much that each and every one of Tiger's lineup can do to save one another from that sort of Roar initiation.
Yeah, I mean, he blinks Roar.
Yeah.
Roar comes out. Global hits. They can't follow up on the Roar at all. And then they have to use defensive Naga Sleep to try to disengage with their BKBs. Looking scarier and scarier by the minute here. This Phantom Lancer is completely out of control. And they don't have an answer to this overwhelming team fight that TNC Tigers does have. They just don't feel like they just don't have enough team fight themselves to actually pierce through it. This Omni Knight just sits in the back, gets his spells off every time. Seems like they have to get these perfect type of initiations on Predator. Cool.
Oh, the cheeky one there, let out. Concussive before TP's out. Living on the edge there, Cricket.
Yeah, it seems like now in these fights, they're going to have to try to find a way to disable both the Silencer and the Tusk.
Yeah.
Which is going to be very hard. I've been seeing Zephyr. Zephyr in this game, his positioning's been phenomenal. He's been standing pretty much on top of the PL or standing near them to make sure it's like, hey, you want to roar PL? I'm there for the save. Do we have any Lotus Orbs on Predator queued up? We do have a Lotus Orb finished on Tim's. Okay, so that's one of the ways, of course, to counter the global silence and all the silences that are coming out as well from DP. But still taking the fights, bringing down this PL. Does seem like it's just going to get more and more difficult as he gets tankier and tankier.
And they're just having to get I'm still in the booth. See what Raven queuing up a Maelstrom on the Razor, just so they have some way of fighting through the illusion army of the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah. Armel's queued up Mjolnir as well.
They have to get something that's going to allow them to cut through this. It's bottom lane Tigers, 8k gold lead, 35 minutes in 18-9. And pushing on to a tier 2 tower. Any sort of refreshers leaked in this lane. In terms of trade, they're making the trade.
Tigers is going to force base. I mean, wait. Dire Glyph was used on the tier 2. Yeah, they can easily go high ground here.
And goes to straight out. They realize that they're in. 4-5-8 ready to go. Ready to push onwards, and that's the tier 3 gone.
I can't believe Predator is actually Glyph for the tier 2.
The Racks are in trouble. They've got to do something. Top lane, Sam H is going to go for the trade. He's going to go and try for the split push. There's bottom. They're pushing on. They want to finish off this melee Racks with the Ghosts, and they should be able to do so. Sam H continuing to try and find something in return, as they do get the melee Racks, Tigers. Now they look to back away. TNC, if they can cancel some TPs here, Sam H may get the Racks. But it doesn't look like they can cancel that. 40-37's in Sam H. Or he could just go in and try and go for the kill. But the silence!
The global.
Instant reaction there from 1437. That's going to mean that the Roar can't come out. And 1437 will be fine for now. Extra TPs on their way back as Sam H does bring the Racks down low. But they're in, and they defend. And they
got to get rid of the catapults.
They shouldn't.
And they will.
Yeah, they should be able to do so. They got the whole team pretty much back. 4 of them at least there to dispatch of the catapults. So, I mean, Sam H certainly trying to make the best out of a bad situation. But a situation the Predators, you say, shouldn't have really found themselves in. Prematurely using the Glyph, not having it for their high ground defense. They lose a melee Racks.
Yep, it is a costly error. And Tigers capitalized on it right away.
Yeah.
Sam H almost gets the Racks.
Yeah, he nearly made the best out of that position.
Mid-animation of the Roar, and the bottom fight actually engaged. So Thiebman 1437 pops the global, and it's like a double benefit.
Yes.
Stopping that Beastmaster as well as
I mean,
stopping
the question is there, was Thiebman, was he silencing because of the Beastmaster, or was he silencing because of the fight?
Probably the fight.
You think because of the fight?
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, hang on, I just stopped you from killing me as well.
Yeah.
That's a bonus.
I mean, if Sam H didn't get greedy and get the Shadow Blade hit first, then he could have gotten the Roar off from the invis. But he wanted that extra hit.
There's a full Skadi on In Your Dream on top of that Harp Tarask.
All right, that's like a 3,800 HP or more.
Dire's top
Easy.
shrines
How are these Maelstroms looking on the cause of Predator?
37-31 without the Aquila. Maelstrom should have been finished on Razor if he has the gold.
He does, but I think buyback as well is something that's popping into his mind.
Mhm. His attack speed is not the greatest either. He
He's
has
got to
no
get that
attack speed
25,
items.
doesn't he, in Tilly?
Yeah.
When he gets to 25, then he's got some.
Then he's got attack, but right now he's got
nice
like
attack speed.
he's got no attack speed.
Oh yeah. At the moment, it's not going to be great.
And they're sieging.
Dire's top tower
They're looking for the second set. And the Ghosts are back up and out. 4-5-8.
Look at the positioning from the three quote-unquote supports. We'll call Omnia support here.
It's just
Look at how they're split
so
up.
much safe.
Look, one all the way in the back, the other one kind of in the middle so he can get in range with the blink, and the Omni just all the way in the back.
It seems flawless. They're sort of the push that they can go with now because of all these saves. The range
Going
rap's
back.
gone. They do manage to get him, but the GA's out straight away. Raven pops the BKB, looking towards In Your Dream, but In Your Dream's ready to move forward. They managed to get, well, the Tusk has trapped him on the back line, Sam H. Sam H will go down. It will buy back straight away, but they've lost Cuckoo. Cuckoo does not have buyback. Tim's with the song.
Oh my god.
Saving
close.
Raven for now, but the racks will surely still fall as the song will end. As In Your Dream, 4-5-8, the whole team of Tigers ready to push in, take that melee racks. Timms goes forward with the net. Self-fuels up from the DP, keeping us safe from the axes as Armel's trying to get in, but the army of PL Illusions just taking away his mana. Tigers cleaning out that top set of racks. Now a 15k gold lead in a series where they could be knocking out of the running for a TI8 spot TNC Predator. The team tipped to be the favorites coming into this matchup after a very impressive sort of showing this DPC season, qualifying for numerous lands. But the new guys in town, TNC Tigers, in this game 3 so far, just look to have outsmarted them, outwitted them.
Predators, they tried to get the wraparound too, but 4-5-8, he just held his ground versus 3 heroes in the front line while his back supports are kind of just fighting and doing just fine anyway. And now Predators, this feels like it's a desperate smoke. They're trying to catch Tigers out of position with their ultis down. Can they actually do so, though? Tigers looking to claim high ground, standing near their shrine as well. They want this fight to come to them now. And Predators start to get a bit afraid of it, and it's obvious now. All 3 lanes pushing in. Tigers, they already were very aware of it. Now they're absolutely sure.
Dire's bottom tower.
This Death Prophet who suffered so much in the laning phase, so much at the start of this game. The recovery. 3-1-6, 4-5-8.
Going for Cuckoo, but Cuckoo got friends.
Uh-oh.
They popped the Linkers, they've got the Raw to go through, and he's gone.
I cursed him. In your dreams in, though.
Does have a double damage, so now Sam H, he's got to get the heck out of there, and he will do so. TP out will keep him safe. Raven does still have the BKB and the TP himself.
But they got the punch.
They do indeed. He can't go for the TP play. Zephyr actually not looking to chase him now. He needs to get back in there, and he will. Blinks in, bam, there's the punch to get Raven. So they may have lost the DP, but again, the trades just continue to favor Tigers. They lose the Death
Absolutely.
Prophet. They take a Razor +1. They get the Cuckoo Sky off as well.
I mean, that was the... I absolutely cursed the Death Prophet, right? 4-5-8 was having an excellent time. Still, they're in a very comfortable spot, though. 40 seconds till the Ghost Lady does respawn. And I like the Zephyr's play there, too. Like, he could have maybe stayed in range of the Razor, but then he gets hit by Shiva's and whatnot. He actually backs up, outranges himself, and then, yeah, that blink back in to get the punch. Can Predator hold? It doesn't seem like it. And now they have to go through a global Guardian Angel. So KYXY could be positioned anywhere. How long we got for Roche? We got 115 on Roche. I don't see Predator taking a fight into that Roche pit. Sounds extremely difficult. They're now just kind of stuck in their base while Tigers just keeps farming up. Getting some luxury items. Tusk with boots of travel. That's lovely. Can Predator find anything? There's smoke. I mean, they're shadow blading out with Sam H. I don't even believe they have a smoke remaining on their hero since they used quite a lot of those to try to get the catches out.
Did Armel pick up the full Meon it? Or was he saving for buyback?
He's saving.
He's saving.
He got level 20. He took the rupture damage again.
Yep.
Radiant
Still holding on to that gold.
20 seconds. Can they keep their lanes down in a good spot? Tims has been manipulating the bottom wave with illusions for a bit, so they're trying to get these lanes out so they can try to take this Roche fight. BKB also finished for Sam H. Can he find the right jump, though? It's seeming so difficult. There's so many targets that they have to try to go for in these fights. The Tusk, the Silencer, the Omni. Just seems so powerful as these support heroes.
And there we have it. Zephyr finds the jump immediately. In with the punch. They're on to Cuckoo, and Cuckoo's gone. Buyback available on him. The ghost out from 458 as well as he's in straight into the middle of the fight here. He went right in. He's got the cheese. He's back up to full. Amel popping the BKB as well as Raven. They've got the song as well from Tims to allow them to back off.
This Death Prophet has no fear.
She went straight into the midst of them all. Cheese has been popped by herself. And now ready to try for the high ground with the remainder of the ghost. The fortification popped by Predator. But TNC Tigers, they're ready. They jump in. Blade Mail's out on Armel. They'll turn with the net onto Zephyr, removes it with a load of Sorb. In Your Dream straight away and onto the target. They've got the lockdown as well. Can Raven get a good static link off? He's onto In Your Dream. He's getting a lot stolen. Armel gets the blood rage out. He gets the heal as well with the blood rage. Armel, can he keep himself alive? No, the bash is there. Armel will fall. Buys back immediately. Tims goes to the now to 458. Linkers will pop it. Grease popped as well by the K's. They keep them full health. Raven getting locked down. Raven bashed up by the PL. Raven's gone. He'll buy back. No, Armel in the midst of it all with the Blade Mail. He's now getting bashed by In Your Dream. They'll try and force him away. Armel trying to run himself out. They're pretty low, so he's got a lot of movement speed. He can run, but he can't hide as the illusions chase him down. In Your Dream, he'll fall those potentially. Is he still alive? No, he's going to stay alive. Ultra kill. In Your Dream finally goes down, but he'll buy back. Armel with the boosted speed. He's ready to chase. Looking towards 1437. He's got the Blade Mail out. Take 1437 out. Now turns towards K. The static link, the net, the TP cancel. K held down. TNC Predator, they'll find him. They keep the middle racks alive, and they do push Tigers back. They won't let this game slip away quite yet, Predator.
How many buybacks? Cost them 2. They're 2 big cores. In Your Dream buys back to make sure that they can secure that Roche. This will be the refresher shard. Can Predator make it out there in time? It doesn't look likely. Tims does have Song available.
It's too far. It's far too far for them to get to, surely.
He's trying to sneak his way in. He's got the Song.
He can't make it there. Or maybe he can. Tims, the Song.
800 HP.
Raven and Armel, they're in. Can they really do it? Predator, can they steal the roast? They're in. They'll get the kill. They get the Aegis onto Tims, but can they take the fight? The dieback immediately coming out in the Death Prophet. 1437 the side, trying to throw the curse in. Raven getting brought down very low here as he tries to get himself away and out the bed for the cheese. He got it. Raven back up to full. Zephyr, he's fallen. In Your Dream, silence.
In Your Dream.
Coming in with the silence. That's going to be the PL down for 2 minutes without buyback. TNC Predator. Tims with the best song that Predator's ever heard. Coming into the pit and keeping their TI8 dreams alive against the Tigers.
Who got the shard?
In Your Dream is down for 100 seconds.
Did you see who got the shard in that fight? I could not tell amongst all the chaos. I know they got Aegis and cheese, though, and that's what mattered.
I mean, Raven getting the cheese as well. He did not have buyback. He falls there, they lose.
I mean, In Your Dream had just used buyback to go for that. And now he's dead. Oh my goodness.
We're going to see a bit of a replay, but at the same time, the push could get a bit hairy as well. Predator. They're moving up to the high ground. Meteor Hammer's well ready for the push.
Tim spent all his gold. He went back to base, bought Boots of Troubles and the Meteor Hammer for this push.
Tims, the man of the moment here for TNC.
God.
Tims. He wants that TI8 position ever so badly. A play that looked to be impossible may just be enough to keep them in the game, Predator.
I can't believe this is happening.
As they get the mid racks. The top racks as well will fall. Still 40 very excruciatingly painful seconds for Tigers to go through without their Phantom Lancer.
They're going to
Two
continue.
sets of racks.
They get the roar.
Jump, looking for K. Zephyr's there with the snowball save. They have to fight without their PL. The global comes out, but 458, he's taking so much damage. He'll Yule's up. The GA's out, buying some time for Tigers. Armel keeps his distance. 458 with the Siphon onto Tims, but they kite them out. Tims turns with the net. That's the GA and the Ghost used. They'll keep
base.
the game going, but indeed, they've got a TP back. They've got a creep problem. Predator, as they will get out. Zephyr Looking to catch out Kuku on the escape. He goes for the DP. Will they get the cancel in time they want?
There's no
Kuku
Yules.
gets out. They don't have the Yules back up.
It was still on cooldown for like a quarter of a second.
But the PL's back in the game.
Just look at the graphs. That dictates enough of what we just saw in this game. 16,000 gold swing, experience even more so.
And you've got to remember, they haven't quite been mega creep. There is TNC Predator. They do still have
racks.
the melee racks middle. And it's pretty much regen back up to full. The state of the game on the side of TNC Tigers, they've got the full set of racks down bottom. But it's now only a 5k lead. Tigers had a massive lead. Tim's getting to the pit with that song, a siren. That Roshan
I mean, them getting
steal-
everything, too. I still didn't see who got the refresher shard. I think someone used it instantly or killed it. I'm assuming TNC got it because they got the Aegis, they got the cheese, used it in perfect scenarios. Look at how much they got out of that. It was a Maelstrom on Razor before all that happened. Now a full Mjolnir and a full heart. Same thing for Armel.
And of course, it would happen all in this game. The game that stands between both of these teams making it to TI8. That trip to Vancouver resting on the performance of these 10 players here in this final game at the end of a very long stint here in the SEA regional qualifiers, especially for Tigers. They coming through the opens.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I could not believe what I was just seeing, actually. We have about 3 minutes for majority of the buybacks, but we have 4:17 on Death Prophet as well as Tusk. So we got to keep eyes on these buybacks for these next upcoming plays. As now, what seemed like a very formidable force that Tigers had, now all these items being distributed on this Bloodseeker and this Razor, they are really damn scary as well. They have the tools to bring down the PL.
I mean, the fact that they've been able to win those fights whilst they've been that behind, it makes it very scary for Tigers now, because now they're playing on pretty much a close to even playing ground at 50 minutes in.
Absolutely.
So if you can't win all the fights whilst you're ahead, you know, what's now itemized against you. They're smoking in.
It's backdoor protection
Predator's
still.
gotta
The
get
creep wave is getting counter pushed though.
Oh,
They've got the melee creep. They've got the melee racks in the mid lane for TNC Predator, so they actually won't be able to get up, but they do get a ward down for vision. How close are these 25s coming out? Nobody in the game still. That is very rare. 50 minutes, nobody is level 25. We're about to have 3 of them pretty much hitting at the same time, though.
how's the buyback statuses looking?
Starting to come back up very soon. About a minute for a couple of them. 3 minutes the longest.
Yeah, Tim's he's preparing to chill out and push out some waves. He's getting the Radiance online.
He queued that up when they were losing a very long time ago, and then he bought the Boots of Travel, and then he bought the Meteor Hammer too, because they've already got Radiance on the Bloodseeker, right?
Oh, so that is true. I mean, it's obviously nice
he
to,
might
to
buy
be
it
able
to
to split push the
push.
multiple lanes out, yeah.
I think he could go for other. I think like Aghanims or something to reset and full heal could also be a really strong option if he wants to go for something like that. We'll see what this man decides, since he is the one who has saved this game for his team.
He absolutely has, Tim's. Can't spell Tim's without TI.
This is absolutely true.
I'm doing some 25s now. The Blood Bright cooldown for Armel. Got the attack speed, of course, for Raven.
It's going to help Raven a lot.
In your dream, he took the Doppelganger cooldown rather than the damage talent. The critical strike this game. Do you like that decision?
I think people are pretty torn between that talent.
Yeah.
It's like, do we have enough damage? Yes, I go Doppelganger to survive.
Okay.
Do we not have enough damage? I take Critical Strike. Their damage does not seem to be so much the problem in these fights. It could become now, though, because we haven't really seen a proper engagement since that big swing around.
And what a swing around is. It's starting to sell. Just 3k lead that Tigers have after being close to about a 20,000 net worth advantage. And absolutely one of those swings that's very exciting to see as well, because I don't think you call that swing a throw. That was just a play from Tim's and the team How do you react to that sort of that play? Coming in like that, can they really expect a Naga Siren to be able to waltz in whilst their whole team? It's a hard play to read, a hard play to play around.
I mean, you saw the way he did it too. He sent one illusion up top, then he sent another one down south, then he walked with his hero and another illusion down toward the middle. They had used their PL buyback to go for that Roche. So that was Predator just being like, we need to contest this Roche because then we can waste the PL buyback. And they did so perfectly. They're all positioned on the high ground here. Buybacks are pretty much almost all back. Death Prophet and Tusk being the two without. And Bloodseeker actually short a bit of gold here. Armel.
Okay.
600 more for him.
Not too much. They get one kill in the fight before he goes down and he'll have buyback.
Do I see that right? Is that 2 Obswords place in the same exact position by TNC Tigers? It looks like it, right?
Yeah,
That's 2
pinging.
Obswords.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
The game's still going. We're back on. Are we on? Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that minor hiccup. What did we miss, Fogged?
It looks like Predator won some kind of fight. They have a lot more net worth. They got the... Did they take another Roche? Not yet. Okay. It looks like Predator won of... Oh my god, that was a...
Right,
I was just screaming, by the way, guys. You guys
Predator
don't know
won
this,
another
but-
team fight.
So I see buybacks. Let's look at buybacks. Omni bought back, Death Prophet bought back, PL bought back. Pretty much all of Tiger bought back, while Predator has everything available. So it looks like Predator stomped the last team fight. And I see double wards in the mid lane, so I guess what happened was Tigers was trying to force high ground, and they got completely pushed out and lost a huge fight.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll be sending out angry tweets to our internet service provider where you can just
be angry, be
God
frustrated.
damn it, Dutch internet!
And it was Tim's did buy Radiance, by the way, so. But it does look like they held a very, very good high ground, as they have pretty much all their buybacks available, and Tiger has none. And I mean, Cuckoo used his, but. Roche is back up now, too, so Aegis Cheese, Refresher Shard, TNC, they're forcing out all the lanes. This is the beauty of having that Naga Siren with the Radiance.
And there we go, jump forward, they get the roar, bam! That's going to be 40-37 going for 75 seconds.
He is one of the ones with buyback, but this is going to give him the option to go for that Roche, and they've got the level 25 Naga as well, so that minus 11 Riptide armor is going to speed it up quite a lot. A full Butterfly as well on Raven. He has hit critical mass.
Look at this attack speed. Zip, zap, zippity, zoop, zoop. And now with the smoke up, they're looking to fight around the pit potential Tigers, but can they get there in time? Roshan's falling very quickly into Scott. 40-37 bites back, but Armel's already got the Aegis.
Uh-oh, they used the Death Prophet ulti
They
too.
have. 458 popped it outside of the pit.
TNC's just going to back up, wait 30 seconds, look to re-engage right after. This is going to be their time to go for that GG push. Who's got what? Aegis on Bloodseeker. I'm assuming Refresher Shard is on Sam H. It is. Who's got Cheese? Did I just click on it? Am I blind? Cheese is also on Sam H.
It's on Sam H. In the backpack. It's got it in
So
the
they've
backpack.
got the double
ready to
roar.
boot.
He's gone for the Vlad's item too, so he's just auras now at this point. Aurora and Aura. There's that Beastmaster.
Double damage.
And Tim's is absolutely massive now too. Can buy a Manta if he wants to, but he's got all the items he needs for now.
Here we have it with the smoke.
The gold swing is absurd. It was 20k lead for Tigers at one point. Now it is a 15k lead for Predators. A 35k gold lead swing so far. Sam H. Trying to sneak his way in. There is an Obs and Sentry already placed down ready at the mid lane.
Here we go. Let's see what they can achieve here on this bottom lane. TNC. As the final set of racks here stands.
They've got they've got every lane pushing in now for their favor.
They're ready to go, blood right. These are the creeps. How can Tigers hold?
They have to watch out for the siege creeps. They're starting to focus them down with the illusions. The siege starting to hit the tower here. 1 hit, 2. Tower drops down to 90. Predator will back up for now. While they allow Tims to run around and collect bounty runes for the team, just to make sure that they stay even more ahead in net worth. And he's going to push out that top lane with some illusions. He can even boots to travel back down and join his team right afterwards.
It's just waiting for the opportune time to push.
picking up his full Manta as well on this Naga Siren while he's running around the map.
They know that they've got the sizable advantage now against Tiger's lineup. They just have to make sure they don't screw it up.
Absolutely.
Tier 3 tower taken. The last set of racks exposed. TNC Predator. Standing behind Raven. On the front lines.
They've got double Guardian Angel now on the side of KYXY. That 20 seconds of Scepter immunity.
Quick glimmer. Now Lotus onto Raven to remove the curse. And that's the Manta out and done. So Tims can, as you say, easily keep these side lanes pressured in whilst TNC Predator look to break into the bottom of the base.
He walks in toward mid, sends the illusions at the mid creep wave as well as that top one. They've got all the momentum now. The buyback's still on cooldown for a bit. Death Prophets is back up. And while we were gone, it looks like there was also an Orchid picked up from the Phantom Laser, so he's going for the Bloodthorn. So he can go through that Butterfly and all that evasion that is coming out on the side of TNC. Death Prophet ulti.
So, ready to pop. And they will look towards Raven. Raven still alive for now. To Sims with the song. Keeping Raven safe. Disengaging whilst the ult's being popped by 458. They've found half of the bottom racks.
Looks like they're going to check out those runes. Armel going to be very happy to pick up a regen rune. Restore that mana that he's missing.
We're 63 minutes into this game. Game that at one point looked considerably in favor of Tigers. But that's all slipped away ever since Tim's made that play around the pit. Where Predator, with their backs pushed against the wall, tournament TI8 hope, some dreams on the lifelines, and managed to swing it back round into a position where they are now looking to be the champions of this match. And getting that second SEA slot to TI. Bottom lane. TNC ready to go.
They're all rejuvenated up. They're ready to look for the jump. There's no exorcism. There is a refresher, though, on this Death Prophet. He just gets reclaimed. Getting the damage stolen off the illusion here. Raven preparing to go in. These illusions, though, the doppel spam by In Your Dream. Incredibly frustrating, just throwing these illusions, trying to burn the mana out of TNC's heroes. But they're prepared for this. They've got mangoes. They've got clarities in their backpacks.
When will they make the move?
Look at the non-stop doppels, though. Over and over and over.
There's a lot of illusions. A lot of illusions to deal with.
Oh, looks like it's time to go collect the bounties again. They're going to back up. Tims is going to port top to get those 2 bounties, and the rest of his team will go bottom to collect them. They've kept Tigers inside their base, but Tigers, they've waited long enough for now their exorcism to be back online.
Is there anything that Tigers can necessarily build or buy to sort of allow them to get that jump and sort of break away Predator? Because at the moment, it seems like any fight that Predator bring, it's going to be almost impossible for Tigers to take.
You know, we were talking about how like he went for the doppel thing so that he can keep the fights going because they didn't have damage problems at that time. But as soon as that whole Roshan thing happened, now they don't really have the damage to pierce through these heroes. They have to try to bring down Tims, but Tims is enormous. A full Octarine, Lotus Orb. He's got 37 armor. He's got ways to split out of all that, their little bit of disable that they do have. Constantly throwing those illusions. It seems very hard now. What we were saying before, it seemed like Predator had a hard time dealing with the back lines. Now it's the role has been reversed. Maybe during 20 seconds of Guardian Angel, they can have something happen, but it does seem incredibly difficult versus all these buybacks too. It's like if you do win a fight, then they're all just going to buy back and look to try to re-engage. And they definitely have more money than you do at this point in the game. from the map control from the last few fights. Global concussive. Flying out across screen, gonna hit Zephyr top. Give him that information constantly of where heroes are positioned. And they just, yeah, they're just farming up a little bit here. I mean, 8,000, 9,000 gold on Bloodseeker, 8,000 on Razor, 6,000 on Beastmaster. They're all just getting crazy rich. Controlling the map entirely, claiming those runes, waiting for that next rush, which we'll be finding out in about 5 seconds.
No need to make too brash movements in a game this important for both teams. Especially if you have the advantage. Bloodthorn finished on In Your Dream. There's many things to sort of allow Predator to remove that from themselves and one another.
They still haven't even purchased any moon shards. They are holding their gold. 7,300 on the Razor, 10,000 on Armel. He might replace the Blade Mail. I think that's probably replace the Blade Mail.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, absolutely. How's the buybacks looking? It's pretty much.
I think everybody's back.
Everybody's back.
Yep. There's just like
just a little
70
bit of
gold short on Naga, 140 DP, 800 to Omni.
So the clashes are suddenly going to kick off pretty big. Sam H. She's Zephyr. Zephyr goes towards him. They do get the net back onto himself. Sam H jumps forward. They've got him in the blood right. They've caught out the tusk.
They want more. They've got the Hawk.
Does have buyback, of course, Zephyr.
Can they force the ball?
How's 1437's in looking at the moment?
He's 38.
He's 38.
He went for the GPM over that intelligence still. He got like 24 of it during like kind of the laning phase, right? So
yes. I mean, yeah, we very rarely see. I feel at least in the pro game, silencers they don't tend to take the +4, do they? They tend to,
we don't see too much on them.
Exactly. I mean, exactly. Yeah.
Creeps are hitting the base.
They are going into the pit. Tigers.
It's scanned out though. Predator knows. They're looking to wrap this around. They've got a smoke too for positioning.
See, Predator trying to get into prime position. They are going fully in on Roshan. It's taking quite a time to beat down. 458 in the middle of the pit. He's got the backup with the GA Raven. Pots the BKB and look to move in. K jumps forward as well. Slides himself back out of the pit. 458 with the siphons, forcing TNC Predator to the side. In Your Dream, spamming the doppelganger. Causing chaos with the illusions. They get the silence out to Armel. Removes it straight away with the BKB. There's the second GA. Tigers continuing to push Predator back away from the pit. As they look towards Tim's. Tim's turns, looks for the net, but again, this doppelganger from In Your Dream. Just allowing him to jump consistently around the fight. It's a little too much for them to handle. Sam H puts the BKB. Bloodbright will not clip onto them. The Sam H turns towards 458. Can he get the kill? The snowball save was attempted, but 458 walks away from Zephyr. So we can't get in the snowball. They've lost 458. They've lost 1437. They'll buy back. That's going to cost them 895.
He used the exorcism, the second exorcism, right before he died as well. So they don't have exorcism.
And they don't have Tusk.
2 minutes. They don't have Tusk. That was their double Guardian Angel fight, and they weren't able to kill anybody.
Having to hold without their ults and without a key part of their team in terms of saving. As Predator take another Roshan.
They just weren't able to focus fire any of these heroes now at this point. They're all too tanky. Even during 20 seconds of immunity, they couldn't bring a single target down. They didn't even kill Cuckoo, huh?
Didn't get a single one.
Ooh. And now the bounty runes get claimed. We see this. I mean, the gold lead's just going to keep climbing if they get this much map control and all these successful fights.
1,000 net worth lead.
Yes.
How long? I mean, they've got 75 seconds on Guardian Angel, 75 seconds on Exorcism, and when they had 2 of those each, they couldn't take the fight. How are they going to do it into Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard?
It seems almost impossible for Tigers. As Predator. The original TNC ready to try and push in on the bottom. They've got all the fruits of Roshan. The meter hammer getting dropped. Fortification comes out. In Your Dream trying to move in. They're looking down onto Raven. Raven gets the BKB out. The doppelganger to dodge the Bloodbright. Send your team out to the side with the racks. They're suffering. The racks they've got. Predator, they've found the mega creeps. 10 seconds until the Tusk is back. And Tigers will at least have their full lineup. They've got the global silence. How long are we looking on GA and Exorcism? Are they coming up
30
soon?
seconds.
30 seconds.
But they've lost the racks. And TNC's in their base with this Aegis, with the cheese, with the refresher shard.
Still in your dream is quite a nuisance to push against. This doppelganger talent selection certainly showing its power in this game. In the way that it's just beating down, keeping the mana low. They get the lockdown onto Raven, jump forward, the silence as well, but there's the Lotus Orb to purge. Raven's falling low though. He's getting focused and the Razor's gone once. They're taking the Aegis out of Razor's hands. Can they do it again a second time? They're back up to the high ground of the base. And they'll wait out, wait for the push to come in. They have lost one of their tier 4 towers. Exorcism up, as well as the G8. 1437. Low on the mana, will have to back up in order to get the global silence available. Samh just picked up an AC to help to the push and buff up his teammates. And Aghanim's will be queued up by Zephyr. Still a long way to go, but we've all seen it. A clutch fountain kick at this stage of the game could do it.
They're going to need a couple, because that whole Dire lineup has buyback. Except for Cuckoo. But he's close. And Cuckoo's actually acquired items finally out of this. Aghanim's Veil. I mean, the rest, they're all just... They have so much gold. Raven, 10,000. Armal, 10,000. Tim's just bought a full heart. He still has 4,000. They have got double GA now. They have double GA available. And I believe double Exorcism as well.
There we go. Looking to move in Raven. Closing in on the tier 4s. Just get used up. Cheese in his hand. Jumping in straight away, but the Blood Bright's down. And your dream has to separate himself, and will be able to do so. Looking to go back in with the illusions onto Raven, just taking that mana away from him. Zephyr getting pretty low. To the creeps. Raven down to pretty much half health as your dream looks to move forward. But Samh, he's going to be the one to jump in with the BKB. Looking to commit, but the snowball saves there. Keeping the save from the Blood Bright. They turn towards Raven. Raven's got the Lotus Orb and the BKB on him at the moment, but there's the global silence from 1437. In your dream, jumps in, looks towards Cuckoo, takes Cuckoo out. That's going to be Cuckoo down for 2 minutes. In your dream, can he get anything more out of this? He's falling pretty low again with the doppelganger. Looking towards Tim's. Tim's Lotus Orb up on himself. Another doppelganger from In your dream. Goes up to the high ground, but he's dead. He has buyback. Looking to get back in the snowball. Keeping Zephyr safe for now. Gets the blink away as well from Armal. Keep the game going, but that has been a buyback from In Your Dream.
That was their double Guardian Angel again, and all they can get is Cuckoo. They got an Aegis too, but they're struggling to keep out the pressure of these creeps.
Taking them back at that tier 4. We get it. Samh jumps in. They get the stun immediately, and that's going to be the silence gone. No buyback from 1437. Snowball down again. Looking towards Samh, but Samh with the BKB stands his ground. 458 up into the sky with the Yules trying to keep himself alive, but he's dead. 458's gone for 2 minutes. 1437's gone. They've lost a third. GG well played is called as TNC Predator will go to TI8.
Oh, my Armal looks like he just broke his keyboard, I believe, with excitement.
He slammed his face down, his hands down. He jumped on the keyboard. He kicked it out the window. He kicked it out the country with the power, the force that this man has. After winning this game, TNC Predator. They can't quite believe it. In a game that it looked like they had lost, they swing it back. And Tim's, you got to give it to Tim's.
The sleep around the sleep into the pit. That was, there's no way that anybody else can be even voted for MVP by any means, no matter how good any of the plays were, because that is literally what just got them back in the game entirely. It was a 20k gold lead for Tigers, which turned into now a 37k gold lead for Predator. Wow. Claimed the Aegis, they claimed the cheese, just...
My goodness.
Damn.
That's it. You can't spell Tim's without TI. He did it. He made it there. He made it there for the boys, TNC Predator. Of course, TNC Tigers getting so close. They could have almost tasted the opportunity of getting to TI. And, it's obviously going to be hard for them at the moment to sort of think about the positives. But 1437 getting together this band of experienced old school and new school Dota 2 players. It's absolutely hats off to him. Very impressive to make it to this point with this roster through the opens, through the regionals. But at the end of the day, TNC Predator, the team that sort of throughout the season had sort of they'd had the performance. They turned up to lands and such because they have been together that little longer, and they make it to TI8 only just, but in quite some fashion. And in a comeback fashion it's going to be great for the team in terms of playing at TI8, knowing for themselves that they can come back in games where it looks like they should have lost it.
Sure. It's Tigers are probably going to be really upset.
Yeah.
This is one of those games where you go back and you're going to nitpick, right? You're going to be like, why'd you buy back there? Why'd you go for this play, right? And people are going to be a bit upset.
Yep.
Emotions are going to be high. They fought hard, but some small mistakes really costed them for this one. Predator were able to come back with such a strong force.
Absolutely. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. TNC Predator going to TI8 alongside Fnatic. Certainly the two teams that were tipped to be the two favorites from the Southeast Asian region. But my goodness, didn't the teams alongside them put up a fight indeed. That would be it from myself and Fogged. We'll either be going to ads or going to downstairs. I'll see what JJ does.
He told us go downstairs.
He said go downstairs. Right, we'll see you guys downstairs in a second.
Oh, that was already him leaving. All right. We have got our TI8 contender together with Fnatic. It is TNC Predator. Sorry for that drop, by the way. That was very stressful. I'm very happy that the game didn't end while we were offline. What's up with this light? What is this sunlight thing going on here?
You guys should turn the sheets around. They have
Yeah,
to be like this,
Owen,
not
why
like
don't you
this.
turn the sheets around?
them, you dumbass.
What? Yes. good
Hey, there you
Much
go.
better.
Done. That was...
job. Owen production value, lol.
I saw a tweet from Ice just now.
Yeah.
Biggest throw.
I mean, they had. I think I don't know. I like to.
Oh,
think,
he said super throw.
I
sorry.
like to think of the good plays rather than harping on the bad plays. And sure, he said super throw. I mean, I think Predator actually they stepped it up big. Like they actually.
Partially.
Tim's making that play.
I
and
mean,
swinging
it's
it
one
around.
thing to throw, but then on the other side, the other team has to also see that opening and then capitalize on it, right? And it wasn't like Predator didn't have it. Like they had a good series as well. It's just that third game. It should have been Tigers.
It should have been Tigers. I kind of have to side with them. I think I said it at the end of the game. I think this is where you get to the end and people are going to be a bit frustrated just from small decision makings that went wrong. You know, in your dream, he went for that buyback. They went to go get that Roshan and everything. The team dove a little bit hard, and I mean they get punished for it. Tim's gets into the pit, gets the sleep off. You can say also, right? I don't know. I can't remember exact every situation because losing internet for a second also throws my brain off a little bit. But I don't know if they had the global silence before. The Naga was walking toward the pit too, right? Because then you could point fingers, etc.
We might see on the replay.
We'll see what
Or
ended up
down the
happening,
line.
but yeah, I mean, Predators definitely capitalized on the mistakes, and
Yeah.
you can definitely say, sure, Tigers should have taken away with that one, but yeah, that's Dota, right?
That is Dota.
Dota's a game of mistakes and people capitalizing on them.
Yeah. It's
That's
just,
painful though. I really thought
it is really painful.
I really
isn't
thought
it?
1437 and the boys had this one. It was looking great. Their play was phenomenal throughout
Yeah.
the majority of this game until toward that end,
Yeah.
where they really started to crumble.
Do you think it was nerves? Do you think that was a factor? Because obviously 1437 is very experienced, but his teammates are maybe a little less so.
I mean, you can always say that. It just.
I mean,
it's
we
just down
don't
to the
know,
last moment.
obviously,
We don't really
right?
know. Yeah. This is the one, right? No, it's
No,
not this
no,
one. Sorry.
this
It's
is
much.
20
I thought that said 61.
we
Apologies.
had 21.
My bad, my
minutes
bad.
into the game with the highlights.
My bad.
It was a very long game. It still took a while for a Predator as well. That once they did make that comeback happen, to actually
I mean, the comeback
close
was
the game out.
the comeback was absurd. Like
Yeah.
I remember the Razor having a Maelstrom, and then we got back in, and he's got a Mjolnir and a heart. So they got like some incredible swing coming out there.
Yeah, we won't have replays of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean Tim's throughout the majority of this game was
I mean, I can check the
playing
replay.
super well.
Hold on.
Like I think he had one death in this game, which is absurd. He was always in the right place, even when they were losing. When it was very clear cut that they
Yeah.
were losing the game, he still was finding the right openings. But you definitely have to feel for TNC Tigers here.
Yeah, we really do. It's I mean it's been such a long road as well, you know, through open qualifiers, getting this close and basically having the game in your hand and then it just slips away.
I feel super bad.
Yeah. And it's such a. I mean, I tweeted earlier as well. It's such a roller coaster of emotions. Obviously, we're very happy for Predator to make it, and they did work
course.
very hard this
Yeah.
whole year as well to have a good shot at making it to TI8. And it's not as if we're not happy for that. It's just it gets overshadowed a little bit about the sadness that we get. From
I
a
don't
team
know.
that
I think it
loses.
depends how. Like, for me, it's the win overshadows the lose. You know, you lost. You know,
Oh.
it sucks, but
Yeah.
it's you know, it's about the winning. The players don't play this game You know, you're gonna lose sometimes, and it's sure it sucks, but it's more about the stories you get from winning.
Sure.
I
You
feel
know,
for both sides. You know, it's when you've played in those type of situations.
It's a competitive.
It's
It's a
really
competitive.
Oh, yes.
It's a competitive scene. You're
Sure.
gonna lose. People are gonna lose. But at the end of the day, people are gonna win, and they're the people that we should champion, and we should say, look, these guys won. Congratulations. This was a series that would have been incredibly tough for both teams to play. Predator were behind. They managed to swing it back. You know, hats off to them. This was
for sure. That's not. We're not saying that they don't deserve it 100%. It's more like that. You know, all around. You watch the whole year. You watch these teams trying to make it to TI, and you see their struggles, and it's our job to tell their stories. And then it all ends, and then one team makes it, and 7 other teams do not.
I mean,
Yeah.
For qualifier.
it's sure, but yeah, there's always things to look to the future about, and sure, it's obviously going to be hard for those teams at the time. But you know, there's going to be a TI next year. There's many TIs down the line. You know, Dendy played for like 10 years. Loader played for 20. Fear played for 30. There's always going to be more events and more future in the Dota world for you. And Tigers, I mean, it's always hard to say, you know, if a team like this is going to stay together post TI.
Yeah.
But at the least, you know, I think all 5 of these players have shown us that they've absolutely got what it takes
I totally agree. I mean,
to play at the highest level, and I'm sure we'll see, if not this team, a lot of strong Southeast Asian teams sort of be built
sure.
around these players.
Like, this was one of the moments that I loved in this game, where you see there's a fight happening on the left side, and there's just a Death Prophet versus 3 on the right. So, I mean, each player was definitely holding their ground on the side of both teams.
Yep.
Just, yeah.
At this
Small
point, I
things.
remember posting to in the BTS hub saying, you know, they're pushing high ground. It might be over soon.
I mean, this is where we all kind of felt that, right? Look at the items that
Yeah.
they've got, right? This is, I think, what I was talking about, where they have, I believe it's like a Maelstrom on Raven, a Maelstrom on the Bloodseeker. They don't quite have that Mjolnir finished, and then they just get a Mjolnir and a BKB out of like one situation, one fight that just goes well.
How is the replay hunt going?
I'm like a minute away.
A minute away. All right. So how long we were out for? With 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
We were out for like
Probably 3 minutes,
3
I
minutes
think.
about.
Yeah, around 4, I guess.
We got it back pretty quick.
Wow.
But look at that gold lead, right? 17k, they're charging down mid. They kill Cuckoo.
Yeah. They do it. They're on their way to do it.
Got the Guardian Angel. Things are looking great. BKBs are forced. Tim's with another, like the 50th reset of this game.
Yep.
With the Naga sleep over and over again, not being the one who gets jumped. Like I said, 0, 1, and 4 at this point. You see 4 assists out of the 10 kills. What? No, he had some incredible performance on this Naga Siren.
Hey, you remember when they smoked all 5 and went mid, and we thought perhaps they're gonna try to backdoor? You think they could have made it?
They can't go through back door. There's
No,
glyph
no.
available still.
No.
Alright, I think I got it.
This is
Alright.
where it was looking like the game was more than likely over. And then some little plays come out. I think the Snowball got Lotus Orb. I think like Lotus Orb also, but he like got Spirit Siphon off because of it too. There's some little small interactions inside the fight that just
Yeah.
built them some time.
And Bloodseeker's back.
Yeah, Bloodseeker's back. The Rax still holds. They were looking to kill heroes so they could clear out that final Rax. Armel gets that speed.
Raven buys back, and he can.
This is where In Your Dream
yeah.
dies, and I believe he dies and buys back instantly, right?
They just
This
get a
is the
little trigger
situation.
happy here. They're all over the place,
He dies, instant buyback.
and that's the reason why he didn't have buyback later on in Roche.
Mm-hmm.
So what we have now is a footage never shown before on the BTS channel.
Well, where is it? Oh, this is still
Just-
highlights.
It's still, we're
Let's
still
just
good.
wait until
Yeah,
You want to have watch till the moment?
this
Yeah,
is where
'cause
the
that's
this is where
important.
the song happens. You see
Right.
okay, Global was on cooldown. So
yeah.
okay, so Global was down, so he did not have that option.
Yeah.
I didn't ever see who got the refresher shard in this fight. Anyway, but
No, but I think it was instantly used. We checked.
it was instantly used. Yep, it was used right there.
Yeah.
I did see it popped. Okay.
Because we checked it afterwards, and it was not like
Okay.
nobody had it in their inventory.
But yeah, clutch song. Raven gets off the cheese
Jeez.
last second. They've still got an Aegis during all this too. In Your Dream doesn't have buyback here after dying, and this is that huge swing that we're talking about.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the end.
Yep, this is now the Mjolnirs and the BKB, or Mjolnirs and the Hearts get finished up on the Bloodseeker as well as the Razor. And yeah, an unbelievable swing.
Crazy game.
A solid 20,000 gold swing from that.
I mean, right after this, I'm gonna cut to the replay.
Yeah, right after this.
I'm not
replay.
100% sure where exactly the fight is gonna be.
It was
but
like a 61 minute.
I know we missed a high. It looks like TNC Tigers were like we just threw.
Yeah,
we kind of just threw our big lead, and then they're going to
Exactly.
smoke and look for a fight and go for the high ground. And I'm pretty sure they get wiped right outside the TNC Predator. I
It
didn't
was
see
definitely it was another wipe. We just missed a wipe.
Yeah, we missed like a full wipe and buybacks.
yeah, for sure.
It was soon, right?
So this is exactly. So this is this.
No, it was as I say 60 minutes.
No, not 60. I'm in
No,
53.
it's a little bit before. Yeah, it was a little bit
No,
before.
it's
60, we're back, we're back.
absolutely later than 53. 100%.
No, because we didn't.
I
see
don't
this
think
yet.
so.
We
dude.
reconnected at 61 minutes and 33 seconds.
Well, then we missed 8 minutes.
That what? We missed 8 minutes.
I'm pretty sure that
I can
it was
check the
after
5 feet and
Tim's
audio, hold
Aegis
on.
gets reclaimed.
We're gonna figure
We're
this
gonna find out. We're gonna find you guys the
Yeah.
replay.
and
I
then we're
swear
gonna
it
show
was
you
closer
guys
to
what you
60
missed.
minutes.
Here, there you
Oh,
go.
okay,
Now
we
we're
jumped
back
up to 73.
74.
Exactly. So let's just go in game real quick. So this is in game, and this is 53 minutes. And because I was checking for the wards, there were 2 wards here.
Yeah, they placed 2 wards.
and they definitely did
defensively.
that. Yeah. So this is right before these wards have been planted, and just a quick look at items, because I think this is where we were. We had the Razor who just finished up his BKB and the Mjolnir.
Or the heart and the Mjolnir. sorry.
The Heart and the Mjolnir, you're right. And now, I guess not. Let's.
We definitely saw
Maybe
this.
it's a little bit
We saw
faster.
this.
They start putting down the defensive wards.
Okay.
They smoke out of the base.
Where do they
Where
catch
is it?
them
We saw
here?
this.
No, we did.
We did not
this.
see this.
We did not see this.
Wait, we must have been down for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I swear it was 60 something minute when we come back on the clock.
So they've got the high ground here.
Awkward as hell. So they see the Death Prophet, but they. Okay, so Tigers don't see them at all.
No.
How does this jump
All
happen?
right. We're just waiting.
Because it looked like they wanted to enter through mid. Okay, this must be where it comes. Because
Alright.
it looked like they hit the mid racks.
There
Okay,
you go.
so they did.
Yeah,
So they all in. Why is there still back to protection when there's creeps in the base?
It might be visual glitch.
Oh, that's replay. That's replay. Look,
Yeah,
it
that's
takes so much
visual glitch.
damage. Yeah, this is replay.
So the glyph comes out. The roar does actually connect on the Death
Oh, the
Prophet. There's a
snowball,
snowball
though.
save.
It's not enough.
Not quite enough.
This is the wipe.
They're so far. This is the hearts and the Mjolnirs
Oh
coming.
my
Like
God.
they're so tanky that they can just run into all this, and the Phantom Lancer actually just can't output enough. Sherry's focusing Cuckoo. Sherry's jumping around in doppels, but
Cuckoo again, but it's a Skywrath mage.
yeah,
Oh, and they try to all in for the Rex as well. Oh no! Look
and
how
they
close
can't
this
actually
is.
finish it.
Oh no! And they all die.
And they all die.
And they're all
Good
forced
God,
to buy
that's so
back.
sad. That was so close.
And that's what we missed.
That's pretty much because then
Yeah,
it was just.
that's-
Was
And then we
static.
were
Exactly
back
it.
like a minute or two
then
after
it all
this.
went down.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
zip, they go mid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
maybe.
where.
We
And then
came
this
back.
was the eternal. This was like the 10-minute siege or whatever it was, the 8-minute siege that they had down bottom.
Yeah, but we were back for this one.
We were back for this part.
Exactly.
I think we were back at 61 minutes.
Well, we definitely saw this.
We didn't see this.
Nothing happened though. Nothing happened.
No, nothing
This is-
happened, but
this
we
is
didn't
all-
see this. It was definitely 60 something minutes when we came back into the game because I
I
checked
mean,
the time.
they're just gonna wait, get DD.
So we didn't see this 4 minutes, but as you say, it's just going to be them getting runes.
Controlling the map, acquiring
Yeah.
more gold.
Yeah.
So Roshan.
Literally, I bet you, literally nothing happens in the next 3 minutes. Just go, nothing happening.
Everyone is farming.
Everyone's fine.
There we just reconnected. All right. So we figured that out.
We
Okay.
reconnected at 57 minutes.
So we only
Everybody
missed
was
like
wrong.
4.5
I
minutes.
was totally wrong, yeah.
You were
You
off.
were
Owen.
very off.
Must be asleep.
Nah, you're weak.
Not anymore. We've been
been up for a
live
while.
for
A
Is
long
he-
time.
Has
longer
any-
than you slept for actually.
What other Dota we got going on? Because I want to watch some Dota now.
All
What
right,
we got?
Europe is gonna start very soon.
So we passing
well, I
over?
say very soon, but it's not entirely true.
Well, what time is it?
bit, right?
They still because the only thing that's left for Europe is the lower bracket finals because the lower bracket round 1 was done, but not the lower
Isn't it
bracket
2
finals.
best of 3s and a best of 5?
1 best of 3, 1 best of 5.
So Toby definitely has a game in an hour. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but that's definitely a thing.
I mean,
So there
Why
has to
can't
be
you
a
say
game.
that?
You can say that.
yeah, because he tweeted.
He
that.
literally-
He probably tweeted already.
All right.
Fair enough.
Wind and Rain versus Blinkpool is in 45 minutes.
45.
And then OG is going to face the winner of that afterwards.
Ooh, 5-minute nap. And then watch some Dotes.
All right, so thank you for watching the stream, everybody.
Predator have
made
made
it.
it.
Yeah, so
Predator
it was
did it.
Predator
Predator
did it.
did it. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun bringing you all the action coming from the NLBTS
We'll
hub.
fix the internet. We're going to ring them.
Yeah, we're going to be very angry at them because
I'm gonna
Owen
ring them
kicked the box.
and shout in British at them.
Oh no.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Don't.
I'm going to shout in British at the
That was
poor Dutch internet company.
because we had some problems yesterday, and then we had their help to fix it.
We never
and
had it
then
totally go down.
We
though.
never had it entirely go down, and that was just a drop.
Like that-
No frames drop, no warning, just out.
Like, had you
I
not
was
dropped
very-
any frames other than that?
I was very
thing?
angry, by the way. I like slammed the desk pretty
Yeah.
hard because it's like the game
Dude.
deciding moments, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
I mean, it was good job that Predator didn't finish the game then and managed to hold on, so we were able to come
Yeah.
back in. And
Such
we
a
missed as we saw
frustrating
that one
feeling,
sort of
isn't it? It
fight.
was.
But at least we'd seen, like, the turnaround was already happening. You know what I mean?
sure. We
Like-
saw the big,
Yeah.
we saw the sleep play at least.
we
from
saw.
Thames.
We did. We missed one fight.
But yeah,
Sure.
we'll get on to, I mean, if you want to send them angry messages, please do. But
Oh.
be polite. Be polite.
Polite angry message.
I
polite
already
angry
sent them
message.
an angry message to the DM.
Just retweet Shiva's tweet and then they'll care about it.
It's in
Because
the
you know, it's
DM.
internet companies, and they're like, oh, it's just some kids playing video games and eating crisps and drinking drink. We don't
Yeah.
give a damn. But then if you retweet them a message saying, excuse me, sir, this is actually very serious and I will never buy internet from you, they'll be like, oh my goodness.
You know what they're gonna say? I know what these
The
companies
Owen
do.
voices.
And then they're just gonna shit talk you, and they're like, "Well, you should have just bought a business package, duh."
Yep.
We
And
don't
it's
have,
the
you
same
know- but
connection.
you know
It's
what?
100% the same
I
connection.
bought
It's
a
the same connection. It's
business
just the same
package.
shit. It's always the same shit with the ISPs. It's honestly so bad.
how much does a business package cost? It's expensive.
300 euros or something stupid.
I ain't got money for a business. BTS, they'll pay for my
And
big-
Sing Sing
I'll
has the
take
same
money,
issues
but-
as well. He was complaining, same ISP. He tweeted
Yeah.
as well that he
Sing
might
Sing
stream
stopped
again later.
playing
because
Dota because of this ISP.
No,
so
that's
send them
not
angry
absolutely
messages.
Jesus.
Yeah, they'll get all the flame
You're
now.
actually getting an angry mom.
It's fairly frustrating though, because in
It is.
theory we have the best ISP, which is Ziggo.
Don't call them out, that's
Generally,
BM.
no, I am, because
Yeah.
generally they're the most stable one, but they're still not good enough. So it's
They gotta
very
fix it.
frustrating. They
I'm
gotta
sure
fix it.
some intern just turned the internet off by accident or something. It was like, I'll do this for laugh. And it wasn't very funny, intern, so don't turn the internet off, please. Thank you. Anyway, so we're going to pass over now to, I believe, the BTS. Is that right, Pimp?
Give me 2 more minutes. I'm just gonna figure out if we do the ad roll or they, and then
Okay,
we
we're
will
cool. We're
sign
just
off.
chilling out.
2
So
minutes.
once again, thanks for watching. You can follow us all on Twitter at ODPixel, at Shiva Gaming, at FOGGED, and at
Dota.
Fog Dota.
There's a Dota at the end.
Why don't
What
you just
the
get Fog?
Dota?
Who is at Fog?
Fogs was taken.
Who is it?
I don't know, but someone
Yeah,
took it.
Someone took it.
Did you
Right,
check it?
Fogged Dota.
I mean, I've never checked it. I don't
And
You
really
never
know.
checked Fogged?
Someone,
Well,
someone
please
there's
hold.
no way that
Yeah.
no one took it.
There's
It's a
absolutely
normal
Fogged.
word.
Who is Fogged on Twitter? Let's see what he tweets.
What? People.
There is
What does he
an
tweet?
account, Josh J. Nos.
Don't call him out.
The account is protected.
The
account
account
is
is protected.
It has 2 followers.
Why doesn't why
Who
can't I
follows
find
it?
Uh,
Let's do some investigating. Who
Found it.
follows?
I can't see that because it's protected.
But he is following 54 people, and he's
Who does he follow?
He's got knives in his profile picture. I
Oh,
don't
he's
know.
no.
He's scary.
Don't mess with him. Don't
He's
mess
scary.
Is
with
he
him.
an avid tweeter? We don't know. He's
He's
it's
from
private.
Florida.
He's from
Oh,
Florida.
don't mess with him.
Oh,
He's from
no.
Florida. Oh. I don't know anything about Florida. Fog said it was nice, actually.
No, I'm jealous. No, I never really cared about it. Now that you guys are mentioning, I kind of do want that name.
Oh, what's
No,
this?
we're fine.
Oh, and dirty
But
television.
we're okay.
on.
I mean, it's 5 minutes. We're good. We're good.
Alright,
We're good.
So go and follow twitter.com/fogged.
No, not that one. The other one.
And don't mention the knives. And don't
That's not
insult
me.
don't
Nobody can
insult
follow him.
Florida.
It's-
Mine
He's-
has the
You
Dota
may
at
annoy
the end.
him.
Mine has the Dota at the end.
And you know how I found it? It was because Loda in May
Yeah.
tweeted at Fogged.
Well, maybe
He says, I remember
Okay,
first
so
time
the-
meeting at Fogged at TI. You
Loda
never
knows
saw
him.
that tweet because
Loda's
you
met. Loda has met this Floridian guy with knives.
Jonathan,
So ask Loda who.
why are you
who
even
the
tweeting
hell-
at me when we talk on WhatsApp all the time? Now you just want people to look at this
He
and be like, oh,
wasn't
look,
tweeting at you. He was tweeting at John, whatever
my
his
bad,
name
you're
is,
right,
in
you're right.
Florida.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you so
You're right.
much for joining us. You're going to have a
Bye.
blast with the rest of the coverage. There's going to be one more EU team and one more NA team that's going to qualify for Vancouver for the International 2018. Enjoy, and we'll see you next time.
We'll never
Thank
see you
you.
again. Bye.
Thank
We love you. Bye.
you.
Fun